full boiler system heating radiators, is the dean
not eligible?
Sorry?
To be eligible for a renewable heat incentive, it's got to be feeding into a heating system for your house. It can't just be a room heater on its own. So you get similar looking devices as this burning pellets, but they're just...
No, but you were saying that one only feeds the hot water, it doesn't feed into...
This one here, this provides heat into the room, but it also feeds heat into a radiator circuit and a hot water
Oh, radiator circuit and a hot water circuit, right, yes. Okay, sorry, I must have misunderstood you there.
So this effectively creates pumped hot water, which will go into radiators and a hot water tank.
And will it feed into a wet underfloor heating system?
It will do.
If there's radiators already in the house with the water system, will it just connect into it, or does there need to be a different one?
No,
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
What sort of quantity of pellets are on the day on that?
Well, it's probably best to kind of give you a feel for kind of some of the comparisons, and it's difficult sometimes to picture these things, but if you link it into oil, 2 kilograms. So what size is that? 10 kilogram bag. 2 kilograms is equivalent to a litre of oil. So 10 kilograms. This is equivalent to 5 litres. 5 litres of oil.
It's no use telling us about oil. It's only Mike that's got oil in the island.
Coal. Let's go for coal. Let's go for coal. In terms of, let's kick off for a costing perspective. And once again, I don't know if I've got. It's all down to heat equivalents. How best to do this? What I think probably the sensible idea for me is, and I'll get this for you. It's typically what would a bag of coal? What size is a bag of coal we deliver as?
25 kilograms.
25 kilograms, right? And this is 10. I think sensibly, my gut feeling is it's about half the heat value, because coal is a relatively concentrated heat value. So I think it's about half the heat value, but I think it's about 20% less cost as it stands at the moment.
So a bag of 25 bag will do 2 days, maybe.
Right.
Just now, because it's bloody freezing.
But that also depends on how it.
But what you're looking at,
how efficient is it?
What you're looking at is that the volume of pellets is going to be, so the volume of pellets you will use will be slightly more than the volume of coal you use, but and that's simply because the heat store of coal is greater than the heat store of pellets. But if you get them back to comparable things of a kilowatt hour of energy, there's the cost of a kilowatt hour from pellets is about 15 to 20% less than coal. So to provide the same heat over 2 days with pellets would be about 15 to 20% less cost than coal, but you might have to put more pellets in, if you know what I mean. But the thing is, when you say more pellets, because you're batch loading this device, you're filling it up and then letting it do its own thing, as opposed to, and also this is running at an efficiency of 90+%. Whereas if you've got a coal fire, or even a coal using coal in say a stove, the efficiency is significantly less. So there's two things on the go there. You've got for the fuel source, it's cheaper than coal, but importantly, as a running cost, because this is burning the fuel more efficiently, you're going to be using less of it. So you're going to win again associated with that.
Still get back to it, is it 2 bags a day or 4 bags a day?
Everyone's going to be different.
It depends on your heat demand. You know, your heat demand of your house. But what I think the sensible idea is what I'll do is I'll drop a note back to Karen around the equivalent of how many pellets is equivalent to a 25 kilogram bag of coal, and if you were burning 25 kilogram bag of coal in inverted commas in this, how long the coal would last and how long the pellets would last.
Might be worth, there's quite a lot of information available, it's a wee bit difficult. I think what might be worth us doing is taking a typical Easdale cottage,
Yeah.
assuming one of these is installed,
Yeah.
and just doing a
Yeah.
theoretical costing.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can maybe do that over the next week or so.
Yeah.
Just to get a
Feel
feel
as a
as
guy.
a team on stage.
Yeah. For example, if I take my house, just to give you an example, I use 2.5 fills of oil in my tank a year, which works out about 3,000 litres of oil a year for central heating and hot water. That's a 4-bedroom, stone Baltic house. So those 3,000 litres of oil works out at approximately 30,000 kilowatt hours a year. And as I say, if you go down the route, the linkage of it's 2 kilograms of pellets to 1 litre of oil, then I can then work out how many kilograms of pellets I need in a year very easily, and I can also work out how much storage I need to have, because on the mainland, instead of being delivered in bags, they actually deliver it in the same way as oil is delivered. It comes in a tanker and is blown into the tank. But as I say, on the island, the sensible thing would be to take it as a bag delivery. These bags can't sit outside uncovered in the same way as all can, because you'll see the bag, it's got tiny perforations, and it's designed to breathe the bag. So, but as long as you've got them in a covered shed or some sort of covered store, they'll be absolutely fine. They're basically made by taking softwood trees, all the trees that you're looking at in Argyll that really have limited amount of value for fencing or building and whatnot. They literally take those trees, chop them all up, and put them under keep them up under temperature and pressure, and put them through a big, like your old mincing machine to create mince. That's effectively how those are made. So it's a totally natural product. There's no additives, nothing else in it. As Alan says, the ash content is very, very small, and ultimately the way this device works is there's a little holder which drops the pellets down here, turns in here. Should have probably done that. And the flame obviously comes out of here. So specifically in Scotland, it's a great product, for us as a country, because we've got lots and lots of forests that aren't really economic for an awful lot, other than using it as a biomass fuel. So yeah, I mean, what I would also say as well is because I use oil in my house and don't have access to natural gas, it's exactly what I'm looking at doing in my own house as well. So I'm not standing here telling you to do something that I'm not going to do myself, because hopefully, in the next 3 or 4 months I'm going to install myself.
Take the different manufacturers of the pellets.
There are, and the biggest supplier at the moment in Scotland, and indeed in the UK, is the Brights factory, Alcas factory, which is up in Invergordon. And if you once again do a Google search on them, they'll pop up. The key thing is to be able to order these in bulk. If you and I, phone up and say, look, you order me 10 bags, transportation-wise, it's going to be punitively expensive. But what is happening is increasing. There's depots been set up, so from Gordon will deliver to, say, Port William depot there and Port William depot.
Yeah, not available.
Yeah. So that's all happening. But if you were ordering them onto the island, the sensible thing again would be to get together and order as a group, and get them across.
Can we produce enough within Scotland to satisfy this?
Good question. Good question again. And I think you mentioned the background is kind of marine engineering. We're currently at an advanced stage of designing ships that will run in this stuff. To actually run bulk carrying vessels that will, for example, be able to bring timber from the Baltic states, because there's huge resource of timber across there that's managed sustainably that potentially can access these markets too. So the answer is In due course, markets will develop.